Let's see. La 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 la. I should be streaming. Come on, show me. Yes, excellent. Right, the audio's good. Let's get some music on. Okay, so hello ladies and gentlemen. I have returned to Twitch, God save yous all. My name is Dave the Demented, and we're going to have a little housing tour tonight. Well, a couple of housing tours, but I'm going to break them up into little mini streams. Mostly because I'm going to export them to YouTube, because I said I'd show one of my friends the house builds I'd done, so we are going to deal with that. Let's go full screen so I can see the chat. Let's move this here, like assuming there's any chat. But we live optimistically. So it's 4:30 in the morning in dear old Scotland, but it's kind of warm, so I'm just having difficulty sleeping. We've got Sleep Creek House, which means I'm going to have to change the title when I upload this to YouTube, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's almost a manor house. So I have Embers rapport maxed out. I've done all 3 of our quests, and I am thinking, I know Isabel's going to be next because I've already maxed out Mary and Bastion, but I made a companion house for Ember, and then I decided to make one for Isabel, and then I decided to make one for Mary. I am still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to do Bastion because, frankly, he's getting right on my tits. Okay, so this is Sleep Creek House. We are going to put away Gretchen because she's lovely in combat, but she does get in the way during housing. Okay, so we have Sleep Creek House, and this is Ember's little sanctuary. She's figured out the mystery of her past, she's freed her friends, and now she has a nice little house to experiment in. And I mean experiment quite literally. Because, you know, she's an adventurous because she doesn't mind casting spells first and speaking later. Studying later, I should say. Okay, so as we go in, you can see that she's planted some trees. One of her experiments has left a little flickering tear in reality that she doesn't seem to be too worried about, but she's not really the worrying type, really. And we move over here to where she's managed to turn some trees ghostly, but it proved an excellent location for a woodworking station as well. We could just go through the ghost trees, but we're not going to. Got a very well stacked log pile and some magic-y shiny things to study. This idea primarily came to me because every time I picked up a runestone, she said she never got to do anything with Master Erin. And I thought that was just sad. I can't give her runestones. She'll talk about them, but I can't give her them. So I thought, okay, I can't give her the runestones in game. How about I make it a house with an enchanting lab? And then it kind of spiraled, and my housing addiction kicked in. So we did this. It's a Khajiit house, so we've got Izabi and Fizez dealing with financial matters and sales. They keep the house running when Embers not here. Ferrari's also lurking around here, but you know she can nip back and forth to the Rolka Outlaws den at any time she fancies. Embers getting in touch with her Khajiit heritage with the statues over here. And she's also incidentally looted a Craglorn brazier over here. And an Evergloam wisp stone. We told her it was dangerous, but did she listen? Did she wish? So, you know, we'll see what trouble comes from that. Over here I made a nice well-lit crafting area for her. She's currently tinkering with some factotum parts. And I decked this place out with all the basic stations, apart from the old Orsinium one, which I farmed for. That one only took me 93 minutes of grinding, but I need to go back into old Orsinium and farm up another couple. Well, at least another one. That way I'll be able to buy it when the furnishing codex is filled in. And over here we've got the armory, which I must admit I haven't actually been using. I have several, well, 9 characters in total, so alternate loadouts are a thing that happens to other people. I used the rose wedding trellises to make some partitions here. And we've got a Deadlands puzzle cube over here. Another relic that Ember's going to play with, and, well, we'll just have to see what happens. Mages and the Elder Scrolls always have a thing about skulls. And I figured, well, why not? So we've got a ruby skull and a human skull just stashed there, with the soul gems and the depleted sigil stone for ambience. The Daedric enchanting table I got because I thought, well, she wouldn't be worried. It's an enchanting table. It's an exotic enchanting table, in fact, so Ember would be well in for that. And then of course we've got our crystals, soul gems, and this very interesting crystal beating heart from one of the public dungeons in High Isle, which is a great furnishing. It's certainly much better than the rest of the achievement furnishings. I don't know, I feel like they've been on a bit of a downward slope since High Isle. Anyway, oh, that's Ember just past us. Sorry, love. Hello. Infested with magic toads. Oh dear, love. I'm pretty sure that you could handle it if it did happen. Get the Spoon of Undo out, which incidentally I would have loved as a furnishing. So, this is the most extravagant thing I did for the house. I bought a transmute just as a piece of set dressing. Furnishing addiction, man, it's a sickness. We've got the Levitating Vargrave gems, the Dwarven Star map, one of the replica High Isle medallions, and the Runic Portal key. Oh, and the fragment of the False Tower, because I love those shiny pink rocks. Love them so much. And here we are with the creepy vampiric cauldron leading into the alchemy station, and the rest of our creepy stuffs. Poisons and potions and vampire goo and mortars and pestles and oh my! With a disturbing chorus egg there and a disturbing egg under there. Over here we've got everything you need for an outfit. Fabric, sewing kit, needle, thread, patching kit, clothing station, tailoring dummy, and a a basket of fabric. A nice little glowing river garden here due to, magical spillage. And quite a lot of verdant vines up there. Sealed this bit off with rhododendrons. I mean, there's nothing really there. It's just, empty space that was irritating me, so I decided to block it off. Out of sight, out of mind. And this way I don't have to worry about, finding something to put in. Put my blacksmith bellows down here and phase them into the Leeuwin fire pit to make it look as if there's like a tube built in there pumping air in and out. It's a shame they're not actually interactable. I could have stood one of the house guests on it and had it wheezing up and down. That'd be a great idea. I don't think it'll ever happen. So over here we have a little research area out on the deck. You have a cup of tea, read a letter, do some research on your Daedric books. Bit of incense to keep the air nice and fresh, and a disturbing flower from Fargrave. Because, you're not quite a mage in the Elder Scrolls universe if you don't have disturbing crap. And here we've got the big-eared kitten, mostly because Ember likes it as a rapport thing when you summon it. So we gave it some fish, we padded a box for it, and we gave it one of those Daedric drinking bowls. I'm not happy that it's a Daedric drinking bowl, but it's the only thing that's got the rippling water texture on it. That is not a bowl full of blood. I don't want to be raising no vampire cat by accident. Inside we have a nice little furnished cottage. Got Sylvanari sapstones contributing to the light, a couple of paintings, a nice bed with a Khajiit ponder sphere on it for Ember to, play with and mull things over when she's distracted. Nice little bathing area over here beside the fire. A little library here. Hello, dude. You're not talking? No? Positioning must be off slightly. Let's see. Something about the interactions off. I need to figure that out later, but it's not really anything to worry about. It's mostly decorative in here. Got our usual little clutter items that I managed to find or scrape together. Sithis idol, spare change, apparel, spare backpack for Ember, some of our reading materials. I love this little pile of well-read books. I won that in a giveaway in one of my guilds, and I was just so happy about these things. The problem I have with them is I have to resist the temptation to make loads of them with all my Stendar stamps. But that would be inadvisable because I don't have a lot of them. We've got Mysterious Urn there, and more readable books here. Nice little bench. I managed to place a skull and the Lalu turtle in here. I was surprised to find I don't have many Jester's Festival boxes lying around, which is unusual. I must have had a clear out. And over here we have a couple of like little Khajiit statues. The Fanafal's face? No, that doesn't want to work either. Making me walk to the left. Weird. Got some floating books up here to avoid taking up shelf space. Spare writing quills and paper here. Dwarven cogs because, you know, clutter items are always good. Statue of the main, well, little shrine to the main, I would say. Candle, incense, statue, as a shrine. And here's Lady Garrick's Sacred Shield, which I like when it's lit up, but the cold effect's a bit off-putting, I suppose. It's supposed to be protected against damage and like necromancy and stuff like that, according to the quest, but I don't know, it just kind of reads as a frost vibe to me. So, over here we have our kitchen, stocked it as well as I think a former street kid would, because, you know, food anxiety would probably be a thing from Embers' childhood. I love this provisioning station, but I hate that you can only get one of them. I am hoping that Zenimax might change their mind about that, but as things stand right now, it's a one and done kind of deal. And Ember got it. And we've got more food phased into the cubby holes and in baskets. Didn't want to like get it all the way in, because you know, you're never quite sure when it's going to pop out the other side. Yeah, we've got ribs, we've got stews, we've got breakfast, we've got lobster, we've got drinks and fish and breadsticks. Though I'm pretty sure Ember doesn't actually like fish, but I haven't been paying attention when I've been doing my crafting dailies, so I can't say for certain. Spare plates, utensils, and more foodstuffs. So that's the inside of the house, which is, you know, a fairly nice little cottage. And if we head outside, there's a little chill out space. Just have a seat. Oh, let's do it properly. Just have a nice little seat. And have some skooma, and a sweet roll, and a nice cup of tea, while watching the glowing Khajiit sigil on the wall. Presumably we could also watch the comings and goings of Rolka, but we've blocked that door with a statue and the trees in the way. I did it because I wanted the skybox not to be quite so open. Anyway, this is Ember's little sleek Greek house, which I thought turned out quite nicely in the end. I don't like the Khajiit plaster, it's kind of dingy and flaky. I didn't exactly have an awful lot in the way of tapestries that I was happy with the fit of. I mean, I could have used Fargrave flags, but they're raggedy at the bottom and they blow a lot. And the Blackwood one is absolutely massive. That would take up the whole wall above Ember's bed, which I could have put it there, but I didn't want to like lose the window. Let's come out of the decorating menu before we do something silly. But yeah, I think I did fairly well. One of my guildmates did point out that the Solitude chimney, fireplace, didn't go all the way up, so I had to improvise and put a dwarven column in. I mean, I could have headcanoned that the chimney went outward through the wall and vented itself, but, that's just making excuses. Final count for this place is 365. So assuming I find or craft a bunch of tapestries or small pictures, I can fill up the blank spaces here a little bit more, but I'm not too keen on just doing it for the sake of doing it. Still, I think it did turn out fairly nicely. But yes, so this is Embers Sleep Creek House, and we are going to go out and exit Tirolka. Well, Reaper's March really. We might try cracking a safe box to see if we can get the Khajiit Mirror Antiquity lead. Let's give it just a quick spurt of naughtiness before we stop this stream and then begin another. I know, I could do all three of the companion houses in one stream, but I feel better about doing them one at a time and exporting them to YouTube singly. It also reminded me, one of my friends from one of my guilds is streaming through console, but he's figured out how to do all the overlay stuff with OBS, which I would like to do, but I suspect I need a capture card. I'm going to have to sweet talk him into giving me a tutorial. No, that safe box didn't favour us. Shall we see if there's another one? There is. You need to turn away, missus.
Guards, come quickly.
Oh, it's a good job I don't have Ember with me. She dislikes it when I get caught. At least I have edicts. You need to move is what you need to do. Thank you. Oh, yes! Well, I think it's safe to say we know that that's going in Ember's house. I could not have planned that any better. What do? You go for a random spur of the moment idea. Come on. And it pays off. Do we? No, we don't have a full charge, but we can just creepy creep over there. Ah, lovely coffee. Okay, so it's up by the public dungeon. The Vilemance. Yeah, I think that's the one. Okay, for Grimwatch, and then we ride south, and we'll pick this up, and then after that I will stop this stream, and then we'll start another. Da, da, da. Tools. Okay, yellow, so here. Maybe here. Okay. We got lucky. Oh, no. Don't blow shit up, Dave. Don't blow shit up. Blowing stuff up is alright if you're in Imperial City, which I was earlier today. I'm like quite happy with the results of the Oaken Soul Ring. This crafter guy has terrible DPS, but I managed to like kill a Nightblade and a Zork, so I'm going to enjoy that while it lasts, because I'm pretty sure it's getting nerfed next patch. Moonlight Mirror. Excellent. Right, so we are going to go to Twitch and stop this.